Next, we have another story from the not-so-great Britain. Just last week, we told you about England's shoplifting capital, Leeds. Well, the problem, you see, is not just limited to Leeds or England. There is an epidemic of shoplifting across the UK. And the situation is so bad that the government is turning to questionable measures. It is considering using Britain's passport database to catch a hold of thieves. That's right, invading people's privacy is now on the cards. That is how desperate the UK is. And here's what we know. Britain's passport database consists of data of 45 million people. Now, it could be used to catch shoplifters, burglars, car and bike thieves. How exactly, you ask? Well, the police would be checking the facial images of those caught stealing on camera against their personal records in the passport database. For foreign nationals who are not on the database, the immigration and asylum biometric system would be available. The UK's Minister of Policing, Chris Philip, brags that this would help them find a shoplifter with the click of a button. As of now, police forces only run facial recognition software through the Police National Database. It holds information only on people who have been arrested. The UK police has access to the passport database, but they don't use it to find criminals as it sits on a completely separate IT system. And they are now waiting for an integrated system, which basically would contain the information of all the databases. And with one click, the UK police will be able to sweep through all of the people's personal data. Their biometric, their address, their phone number, just about everything. And if things go as planned, the integrated system would be up and running within 2 years. But before that happens, the policing minister wants forces to start running footage of crime scenes through the separate passport system. And this would include thefts caught on CCTV, doorbell cameras or dash cams in vehicles. For civil liberty groups, the move is an Orwellian nightmare. That is what they are calling it, something straight out of George Orwell's novel, 1984. Remember the Big Brother system of authoritarian control Orwell described in his book? The British government's plan is giving Britons déjà vu. Things are going rogue in the UK. There were 2.7 million thefts in the fiscal year 2022 to 23. Only 4.4% of the offences reported to the police led to a criminal charge. 74% of the police investigations closed without a suspect being identified. Shoplifting has risen by 25% this year. The police say there were some 339,000 cases of shoplifting, but the British Retail Consortium estimates a far higher figure. How much exactly, you ask? 8 million. Reportedly, 8 million incidents of shoplifting occur in the UK, and they cost the retailers nearly $1.2 billion. Just have a look at this map. These are the UK's shoplifting hotspots. There's Aberdeen, Dundee, Durham, Cleveland, West Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, Leeds, Nottinghamshire, City of London, Kent. Retailers invested about $850 million to shoplifting countermeasures. But did that work? The shoplifters would say no. According to reports, some shoplifters themselves have said that it's very easy to steal, that the police is not doing their job properly. Imagine that. For the longest time, the British police did not take shoplifting seriously, and now, when they have finally woken up, they are going overboard, barging into people's privacy. Has the Britain become completely lawless? Burglars are running rogue, then the police is taking extreme measures to rein them in. How did the Great Britain get here? And now the only law left in the UK seems to be that of knife and fork. What am I talking about? Well, retailers are losing billions in thefts, but guess what the Great Britain is more worried about? How you eat your burger. I'm not making this up. You see, the Great Britain has always been keen on policing the world on etiquettes, teaching the uncivilized how to behave. Carrying on the legacy is William Hanson. He is a so-called etiquette coach by profession, and he shared a video on social media explaining how to eat a burger like a civilized person. Have a look.
Now, unless you're in the circus, nobody can fit anything this size in your mouth, so don't pick up the burger and eat it with your hands when it is this thick. Instead, you deconstruct the burger. Using a knife and fork, take off the top, cut, and eat like so.
Did you hear that? The etiquette coach is asking people to deconstruct the burger and then eat it with a fork and knife. Why bother ordering a burger in the first place? Just get a salad. It may be a British way to do it, but you cannot impose it on others. For those who are watching me, don't let the etiquette police shame you. It's your burger, eat it the way you want. There are no rules here and absolutely no judgments. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.